Hello there, everyone! Xantop here with 6-Star Gaming, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV, a Realm Reborn. Last time around, Alphonse had us jaunting about and trying to recruit people for a new unified grain company. And today, we're going to see that grain company formed. And then learn about the problems, as you do. And of course, you know, side quests, there's going to be a bunch in Kurthis, and then something about the hair tonic. Yeah. Anyways. Heretical harassment. Minfilia appears eager to welcome you back to Revenant's Toll. Greetings, Yerinthe. Alphonse tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful for the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphonse to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slaftborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's aught he requires? I can check in. Do we see other people like actually in base? None of our new recruits, although I guess they're not science. That makes sense why they wouldn't be in the Rising Stones. I wonder where they are though. What are they up to? What can I do for you, Yerinthe? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Huh, I barely noticed your recruits arrive. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more of your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slaftborn! The shipment! We couldn't! Wow, that's a very wrong voice for this character. Godswoman, what befell? We are bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll. Provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were many, too many. We'll only escape with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray, forgive us. There's not to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, this is likely to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. When did these supplies originate? House 410. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Yerinthe, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House 410? I will send them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your own considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. I can do it. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Hershafont will be glad of your assistance. Been a while since we were in Ishgard, or Kurthis rather. We've actually gotten to Ishgard proper. Maybe one day. Anyways, let's go say hi to Hershafont. Sometimes when I want to upset people, I'll call him Hersheybar. That's my joke, and you can't steal it. Or I'll be very upset. I don't know why I call him that. I think like seeing his name the first few times, I was just like, what is this? And I remember it was supposed to be like Hirsch, and I was like, okay, it's Hirsch something. I can't think of his name quickly enough for the conversation I'm currently in. Hershey Bar, that's his name now, and I'll just use that sometimes because why not? I'll avoid it for the most part. I just thought it was something to bring up in the long flight. Just go see how he's doing. Well, well. This is my fine friend, Eorzea. Would you care for a plate of roast carco? Some mulled wine, perhaps? No? I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold, then. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll. I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. It's not. When the cold sets in, Lord Hershafont awaits confirmation of the reason for your visit to Camp Dragonhead.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies.
It's for Tom? I thought it was for Tim this whole time.
'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name.
Concerning?
What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Not the first time.
Halone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise.
See, here's sometimes the thing with voice dialogue. I'm sorry, the name was pronounced Halone? You're shitting me. I always thought it was alone. Now, that said, voice actors with the first expansion are going to change, so I wonder if some pronunciations will change. But, oh boy.
But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
I said, I think Hirschfeld might be one of the few NPCs that's not recast moving forward with the first expansion. And I think that's because, unless I'm mistaken, I think that was the first time we've ever heard his voice. So I think he was already he already got like his first and only voice with that, to my understanding. I could be wrong. Anyways, to wiper in front. Where's drill mount? That would be on this floor. Gotta be one above, I guess. Oh my god, Armin, please. Yeah, there he is. Garanthe, as aught you would ask of me. Pray, speak plainly. I'm a man of action, and need no honeyed words. Yeah, what you can tell me about this ice heart? Ah, on the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury. But you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. Must confess then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhaps you care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow, and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Alright. Let me get out of this building first. Oh, that's not the door. What the hell's wrong with me? Many things. A great many things. How much time do you got? Is that... I can't... Okay. Oh, that's staircase. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's stairs. I can't see anything. What the hell? There we go. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to Whiterun Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals. They were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze, and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods. But you will not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all. And I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Snowcloak. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go check it out. Okay, down there. Looks like an ambush. You guys want me to surrender crystals? I mean... Oh, not that one. I do have... Well, I have mostly shards. I don't have a lot of crystals. And if you really want them, I can give them to you. But I don't think that's going to happen. Draw your weapon, foul! Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics. Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them come cornered in this ravine. And yet, they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. We had a voice cussing just for, huh? Really? Okay. You glimpsed a woman atop a cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself going to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall. The hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best were we to return to White Brim Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drillamont. I'll go let him know. Ignore that quest marker that's right at Snowcloak. Ignore that. That'll... Just ignore that. It's not important right now. Ba-da-na-na-na. Ba-da-na-na. Yarente, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail of their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. But they should be bested so handily. I fear I've woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. It would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray, return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Hushapot of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingency of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Where's the door? There. So basically, we have to wait until we can gather more forces to go assault Snowcloak. That's more or less the plan, I assume. So I think I said before, maybe I didn't, but I think I said before that like during the patch quests, typically you spend the first half of the patch quests-ish, closing out some details, wrapping up plot threads from the expansion that you just finished. And then the second half-ish is about building up to the upcoming expansion. And we are at that point. This stuff with Heretics and Lady Iceheart, we are building up to our first expansion of Final Fantasy XIV at this point. Starting to.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Not much. Talking about Snowcloak.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretic's hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Letting me guarded. Oh, let's go tell Slathborn about it. I'll fly. Screw it. That said, well, I'll sound like at this point we're kind of starting to like move forward and make roads towards our first expansion. It doesn't necessarily mean like we're gonna be all focused on just doing one plot, but there's still like multiple threads that we're following. I think our biggest threat at this point is Alphino trying to build that that unified army, more or less. But at the same time, we know that there's, you know, heretics and Lady Iceheart doing some shit in Kurthis, so that's going to become a plot that we have to deal with. So there's still things that we're working on here. We're trying to unite the realm. We're trying to, I mean, the primals at this point are cooked. I mean, they could summon more, but I think it'd take them a bit to get enough crystals. And we're kind of just, you know, getting the Scions built back up and a new headquarters. There's just a few things. And then still a little bit of side content I still got to do with the Outlandish Man. I'll get there. I'll get there. Yernthe! 'Tis good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Kurthis? House Fort Thomas is to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Hirschfeld for his continued generosity. And even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract even greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphino's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Okay, so there are headpieces here for this quest reward. Can I wear... Oh, I can wear this one. I don't entirely hate that. How does it die, though? Oh. Oh. That's horrible. Ew. That should probably just stay a metallic tone. Gold's kind of nice. Ooh, actually the yellow actually really looks good. Wow. Now, what are our options? The that's the Noct circlet, then the Astrum helm we cannot wear, and the Gloam quiff we cannot wear. Well, easy decision. Brave new companions. Look, more hats. Slathborn has news on the progress of the inaugural ceremony. While you were away in Kurthis, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Totoro does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? Totoro, what's going on? You doing all right? Do I look like I'm doing all right? I haven't even seen you yet. Well, there's paperwork everywhere. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to follow the law in my waste paper basket. Gerte, you startled me. Do you wish to lend a hand? How's your penmanship? Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if science will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Oh god. Is one of them in here? No. But there's a few people that we can go talk to. Yu Hase. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. Okay. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there should be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. You're from Ul'dah, aren't you? You're a little obsessed with money. You have to be from Ul'dah. Wait, Mount Roulette, come on. Let's go see who this is. Ah, up here. Oh, Laurentius. I thought it best to make my fellows here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Probably looking for threats. Ah, our new uniforms. I'm reminded of my induction to the Wood Whalers. Well, I don't see anything. Ilbird. I don't believe we've met. I am Ilbird. Now the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There's no easier method of creating a common bond among what is, essentially, a band of strangers. Ergimhus. The Scarlet Garb makes me a proud member of the Maelstrom, and a hardy defender of Limsa Laminsa. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Oh ho, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Ephemy. Yeah, they Xantog. Gods, I didn't expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. 'Tis an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Little El Amigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll. That this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. Ah, I never worn quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. Oh, that was Warren. I don't think I read his name. But it was him. Aliane. Isildur has at last retired from the adventurous life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I'm excited to forge my own path forwards. Ah, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Somebody else passing out uniforms? I think you are. I like the outfit. And there's Riol. Hello there, lad. Looking for me, was ya? I had just given a whistle. I'm not sure as I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Oh ho! Proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut out the blood to me head. Not to worry though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Alright, let's go check in with Alphino. Yes, Yente. Ah! Tataro mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits? Some few answer the call to arms I put forth for the establishment companies and such. We're not yet an army, of course, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve, as you see with the Scions. Did I mention I thought of a name for the company? It is my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Yante. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready. I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Eorzea. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
Well, that wouldn't surprise me.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans? Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelind's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
More headpieces. Can I wear any of them? Not that one. Alright, there's another circlet. We could wear that. I feel like it does something weird to our eyes, though. And the hat, which we can't wear. I guess we're getting the Daystar circlet. Very good. Since the provisions are prepared for transport, let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Uh-oh. Oh boy. So, yeah. La Habrea and Elizabeth have a... Well, they're targeting Kurithis now, it seems. I'll go ahead and say this because it doesn't really matter. Was the Archbishop of Ishgard, the nation's leader. And with the two Ascians behind him, it doesn't paint a good picture. As you might imagine at this point, our first expansion, if you don't already know, will be taking us into Ishgard proper. We've gone to the Kurithis Central Highlands. I think that's what it is, right? Yeah, the Central Highlands. But with our first expansion, we'll get to explore more of Kurithis. And also, that quest was the final quest in patch 2.3, Defenders of Eorzea. Let's see what happens next. Traitor in the midst. Minfilia would have you assist Alphino in his new station as commander of the Crystal Braves. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the base tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Eorzea is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular, the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him, and support him in whatever manner you are able. Alright. The quest is talking about a traitor, though, and that's a little concerning considering we just made up an army. Oh boy. That maybe has something to do with us. Oh, hey, Ilbert. Dispatch the first unit to Ul'dah. The second and fourth are to stand by for further orders. Okay. There must be something happening to Ul'dah. What is it, young thing? And do be concise, I am rather busy. You lend a hand, you say? Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves. The demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilbert. Tell him I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, here, aren't they? Ilbert!
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies.
Oh.
Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this ivy had coiled itself around every part of the immortal flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea.
I'm sorry, a War of Succession? This is the first I think we've heard of this?
When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The ivy must be rooted out now.
I guess the Emperor must have died about now. I knew that happened. I didn't know... I expected to talk about it.
We must begin by apprising General Reborn of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
Well, let's go check in with Raubon then.
Well, what brings you here, my friend?
Bad things.
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Reborn. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it.
Damn.
Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here, Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you were an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
I mean, not even go like indoors where not everybody can hear you? Like you're not even being quiet. Oh, now you're being quiet. Okay, good.
So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monitorists have been in league with the Empire from the first?
That feels like a leap.
Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Back and forth. Ilbert is eager to continue his investigation into the Garlean spy, known as the Ivy. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Lavalier. Ready to return to the Rising Stones? Carter, how you holding up? From invoice to petitions to... It's a war here in Thay. That desk is my front line, and I fear I've been overrun. Okay, gonna slowly back away. Oh boy. Oh. He's usually in this room. I got thrown off. You're tricksy, Arthur, no. Tricksy little devil. We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon, something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and its Imperial contacts? Well, soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it! According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Guardians are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who were afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask you for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will be sure to provide the Guardians with more captives. Yet time is of the essence. Simply put, we're the best chance we have. Captain Ul'dah has the right of it. I trust you are willing? But of course you are. Now, Aliane of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she'll apprise you of the situation. Oh, I thought she used to be the one that got kidnapped. I'm glad it wasn't her. I would have felt bad, considering she used to travel with her grandpa and I convinced her to stop. Ugh. You would aid us in the rescue mission. We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Guardians fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Guardians may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnant of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it is too late. Hell yeah, I'll go infiltrate. Let's go. The Guardians have fucked with the wrong people. Come see me and go, oh shit, we shouldn't have fucked around. If I could find where I'm supposed to go. Ah, there it is. Russia's not somebody that we recruited or gave a uniform to. What the? Oh! There's more! Well then. Holy spam. Where am I? Oh. Ow. Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She'll need to be carried. I believe a diversion is in order. I will trouble you to provide one. Given your reputation, I suspect the Guardians will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castle, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. But let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Oh yeah. I can be a distraction. Hold it, spam! Next! And for our last spot to cause the distraction. I love doing quests like this with my people. Because they bring on the legions of enemies when you all just like stomp them together. It's fun. Like, I would not want it to be like a forced thing that I had to do on them if like, I had to get a group of people to attack a legion of enemies. I would not enjoy that. But I like just the chance of it randomly happening. And just getting to have a little bit of fun. Ah, they stunned me. Get rid of that paralysis. Oh, they're gonna... I see what's happening. They're mages. There we go. Now I could properly hit them all. Alright, let's go find Alien. Where are we going? Okay, up there. I've awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission success to Commander Levelier. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. Alright, let's go see Alphino. Stupid Nixes. I hate them. Thank God I can fly over them now. It does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy's stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture. I must confess, I'm a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert administrations, The danger is past. You have my gratitude, Eorzea. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Res shows you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time. We can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. It may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Eorzea, I realize you have scarce caught your breath. I'm afraid that there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Curthis. I've been granted an audience with the Nishgardhian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. When a man loves a woman, when lovers call, an adventurer must answer. Along with art, truth, and justice, love is one of life's great adventures. Will you hear Lancifer's plea? Ah, you are a new protector, is that not so? We must have your help in laying something to rest. There are bodies entombed in the ice, over there to the west. When the freeze came, the folk of Falcon's Nest fled. Not all of them in time. One of them was my wife. To search for the corpse of my beloved among those of folk I knew all my life, 'tis more than I can bear. I beg of you to go in my stead. Here is a pick. Find her for me, and bring back her ring of troth. A heart divided. Ordalic seems glad of your presence and cannot wait to set you to work. Settled in Eorzea? Ready to work, mayhap? Excellent. There's a trio of hippocerfs that must be culled, for they have taken the standing in the way and procrastinating endlessly over which patch of ice to lick. Now that sounds like my dog. For some reason, he just likes to lick anywhere on the floor, cardboard boxes, the walls. It truthfully drives me mad. Like, what? Why? Why lick all the things? Ah, damn it, the croc turned around. These crocs are also just like terrifying. The ones that like open up their face. I hate these things so much. It's creepy as hell. I don't know who was the designer between this monster, but I need to have a word with them. Alright, I'm gonna go skip turning this in. We're gonna go to the hippocerfs first. Because they should both turn at that same spot. You're back so soon. Could you not find her? I did, actually. Ah, it is the ring. The sim I slipped on her hand when we were wed. Thank you, adventurer. You are a worker of wonders. In my heart, I not expected to see this again. The freeze came quickly on the heels of the calamity, but there was as yet a narrow defile. The entire hamlet gathered at its mouth and began to pass through it to safety. Not even half of us were through before a snow slide struck. In the confusion, her hand slipped from mine. The surge of snow and the crowd carried me to the side, and she was left behind. I left her behind. When a widowed man or woman takes back the ring of troth, the dead are free to wed again in the afterlife. She was young still, and merry of heart. I would that she finds a mate again, but my heart cries out for her to wait for me. I haven't heard of a dead person being able to marry again at something like that. Normally it's, you think about the living, and if they'll marry again. But, Slain, flayed, and dressed, I see. When you have a chance, you ought to see Snowcloak itself to the west. There's a road there into the west, Curtis. But after the calamity, the cold came, and with it, a wall of ice too thick to penetrate. We must find our way past the ice wall, and that is why we are here. Cut it off from the west. We are about half of ourselves. Way too into you. Orderlick is seeking aid for a rescue attempt. Never has the course of research run smooth at Snowcloak. We'd be deviled by ice sprites for one. I suspect the sprites are to blame for our latest problem. A researcher on a sample drilling duty is late returning to camp. The sprites delight in tormenting some more than others, and, well, he's just one of those fellows. Will you rush to his rescue? Yes. Where is this? Okay, yeah, way over there. Oh, you saved me. You're my best friend. Let's return to the camp together. Oh, you have something dangerous to do first. Well, all right. I'll just see you later. Welcome back, Eorzea. I just spoke with that wave face. Made certain he understands you are a busy man also. Thanks to you, we too can busy ourselves with our mission. There will still be much hardship, but with your help, we shall find a way through the ice wall. I thought she was gonna have another one for me there. Alright, there are two more, I believe, left in White Rim Front, unless they have any follow-up, and then there's two at the Gates to Foundation, or Gates of Judgment it's called over there. Wait, Sea of Clouds? The Sea of Clouds are... Huh. Interesting. Talk more about that later. Don't worry about it. Where are these quests? Why am I always so freaking blind? Oh my god. Position. Find yourself. Head Kyurgen as Stydian. Whenever you escort a most valuable prize from Camp Dragonhead. As you may have noticed, this area is much troubled by many a wild and savage creature. This is, of course, in addition to dragons, which are all the enemy that Ishgard acknowledges by and large. This has taxed the infirmary beyond all natural limits, and the healers show signs of becoming patient. After some doing, I've managed to secure a Kyurgen from Camp Dragonhead. From the reluctance they evinced at the transfer order, it was a great promise. It would be easier in my mind if you would escort him here. Loves hard labor, which Charmine the Kyurgen seeks as an infusion for her ailing infirmary, but she will settle for an adventurer instead. Oh, the poor soul! She is a betrothed, yet she will die without hearing his voice speak the words of passing. He deserted, you see, on the eve of a battle with the dragons. He now languishes in the dungeons. I cannot give her more time. Not with such medicines as I possess, at any rate. At the very least, take word to her love, Lawrence, that he might say such prayers as he is able. Is that the Rogadin in the prison? Because the other guy is named Boyle. God damn it. Oh, not the Rogan, but I didn't see you before. Welcome to adventure with a man whose purse is empty and name besmirched. What? The words of passing? No! No. They said she was on the mend. If you have ever loved, hear me. There's something hidden in the forest southeast here. You should know about the sign. Take it to her Kyurgen, I beg you. Alright. Where is this forest? Okay, down there. And now, Chemic Concoction. Alright, before we return it, let's go pick up these other two quests. And then we're going to make our way to Dragonhead when we're able to escort the Kyurgen. The Pecking Order. Sir Lowan would have you call birds for the sake of all that is holy. Adventurer, idleness is ill becomes a man so hale. Go slave for us 5 bachelors that nest in these parts. The crusade consumes the nights of Ishgard, body and soul. To you shall go such moils as we cannot stoop to, but as which you have enjoyed such success with the tales we drew. Your presence is the part of Halone's plan for us. The Fury be praised. Rebel Rouser. Sir Chownolet believes that removing debris is beneath an Ishgardian's dignity. A brother knight has recently explained your kind to me. As a sellsword lacks honor, so does an adventurer lack discernment. No task is too menial for your sort, yet no cause is worthy enough. I have need of one such as you. In their boundless depravity, the Dravanians have lashed out against the gates of judgment. Pawing at the rubble would be more than any true Ishgardian could bear. Yet removed it must be. This shall be your task. Rude. But I guess, as you said, no task is too menial. There are 5 pieces of rubble. We have picked up 2. I see 2 more. Not sure where the 5th is. I think it might be like just on the other side of this piece over here, if my memory is correct. Huzzah! Alright, the battlers are right here. I'm gonna need to kill 5. Well, here's number 1, and I see 2 and 3. 4 is over there. I don't know where a 5th is yet. Ah, there it is. Let's get this one first so we can circle back around. Okay, let's go pick up our Kyurgeon, and we'll swing back and we'll start turning these quests in. Hopefully with no follow-up quests, because, there's been so many here. One main transfer to the White Brim. He left many bells ago. You did not meet him upon the road? It is clear as day and straight as an arrow. Tcha. Must take him some other way and now wanders lost. His curiosity is boundless, and he never hesitates to risk himself. It makes him a wonder at physicking, but a complete and utter fool on a winter road. Adventurer, must find him before it is too late. Here, take this bottle of maddening potion, for he is like to be frozen. We cannot have this recklessness when he is tasked with saving lives. Oh boy. Alright, let's go ahead and turn these 2 quests in first. You have served well, but I feel the state of these gates is still disquieting. You should have seen them as they were. Not battered and wounded as they are now. The Drovanians are set on breaking my heart. My faith, I mean to say. With their assaults, you must quit this world. Ah, shit. Salving the wounds. Sir Chownolet would have you perform another bit of gathering to aid the Knight's plight. You look eager to serve, adventurer. Do not deny it. The fire in your eyes betrays you. There is something you can do. Slay the chinchillas that dwell near at hand and reap their fat. How many of the beasts? Huh, I see the task excites you. 4 of goodly size will do. Now, be as my Tearsol and hunt the chinchillas thither. You have said well, adventurer. The battlers eat heartily the bout with the sea of clouds, and this we cannot allow. The fish of that sublime sea belong to the noble knights of the crusade, not to lowly birds and beasts. The Fury has given us dominion over all creatures of this land. The Dravanians, too, will understand this truth. Bet they won't. The lost Kyurgen. Oh, cold, 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 cold. Bad idea, bad idea. No more detours when we get to the front. Why did I bring the maddening potion? I got it. Oh no! Oh, the blood surges. So many ideas. Like a swarm of wasps making the mind race. Let's go. Wasps. Wasps. Bees in my bonnet. The F. And now let's kill some chinchillers. Why is he still out here? Is he frozen again? I don't see him immediately, but he's definitely in the area. Having to kill chinchillas makes me sad, by the way. Like, I don't want to kill a chinchilla. But the game makes me kill the chinchilla. Kyurgen. Hail, well met, and fare thee well, my Vera's savior. Off to the front, yes. Off to the front. Off to the front. Oh god, there's a thing. A fleet thing. Oh. Oh, a couple of dragonflies. Oh dear, I have to take a lot of savings, don't I? Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. Eorzea. That's lovely. I think I'm forgetting something, but... anyways, if you ever need physicking, come to the Wyvern Infirmary. You won't find a Kyurgen more devoted to making you well. I assure you. Till then, farewell. I was watching the quest update online and be like, turn to a green check mark right the fuck now. I swear to F. If I have to rescue him again, it's gonna be too soon. Alright, let's turn these all in. I think these might be the last, actually, ooh. I don't know, I could see maybe 1 or 2 of these still having more quests. I'm hoping it's the end. I would like to be done with Kurthus as much as I can be done with Kurthus. The tears of the temple. Have you what I bid you bring? I do. This is most excellent fat, and well pulled. I see you have some skill at dressing beasts. Once rendered, they should be fortified into a frostbite balm for our chocobos. Alone among beasts, the chocobos are to be honored. For every knight of Ishgard that has perished in the crusade, as many of the noble birds have died. None who witness a chocobo meet its end can fail to be moved. Alright. We got 2 quests to turn into White Brim. And the only thing left in Kurthus will be a level 44 quest, which we'll do later. An adventurer. You're pleased to know the new Kyurchin arrived safe and sound. You said you saved him from certain ruin. Of course, he collapsed from the effects of the maddening potion mid-babble. Not surprising, considering his journey here. One of the other Kyurchins ministers to him as we speak. It bodes not well that he failed to prepare himself for the potion's after effects. I begin to think that taking on new staff is not the panacea I had hoped for. Well, who knows? The poor soul. She still breathes, but... Adventurer, does he pray for her soul? I have a concoction. An alchemic concoction? As costly as it is to obtain. You say it was hidden in the forest. This bottle holds the truth of Lawrence's desertion. He ran that he might find it for her. And when he knew he was to be captured, he took great pains to hide it, knowing his pursuers would have simply destroyed it as a traitor's refuse. I cannot thank you enough for keeping faith in him. Now, if you will pardon me, I have a patient to save. And can we get him out of prison? Fuck me. A new quest. Alright, let's get it done. Damn you, Kurthus. Kurthus quest alone have taken about 2 hours to clear through. That is insane. Blood sacrifice. Honest men make the best conspirators, and Sir Danebert will seek your help with his own transformation. Adventurer, a word. I heard of you from Sir Fertili and another. Though they know not of my special interest. You are a man just and clement. Help me free my brother from the dungeons. My brother is condemned to hard labor for desertion, but the Holy See now declares desertion to be heresy, and his life is forfeit. They speak falsehood with their reasoning, and I no longer have faith that they are one with alone. Lawrence is doubly innocent, for he never deserted. He left his post, yes, but to treat with an Ul'dah traitor for medicine that saved his betrothed's life. Much have I given Ishgard, and willingly, but they shall not take my brother, and they shall not take the truth. Fertili alone guards him, and he is a great one for a nap, especially when he's been kept at a card table all night. I have seen you move like a shadow. Slip in, and take his key. Give the dungeon key to Lawrence, and wish him the speed of the Fury. Tell him I have cash supplies and a disguise in the usual place. Meanwhile, I shall prefer a distraction and cover all our tracks. We shall speak later. Well, if we had to get one more quest here, I am glad that it involves freeing the man. That does make me feel better. Oh, I had to get the key first. Oh, seeing him fall over like that was funny. Thanks for the key, sir. You? Oh, I'm glad to see you again. To bid you thanks for saving my beloved's life. Do you bring news of her today? I bring you freedom. Dame Bert, I thought he had forsworn me, for he came not once to see me. I cursed him in my mind, but his cruelness was kindness. I know the hiding place he speaks. Tell him I shall miss him, and to preserve himself from harm. But I swear to return, to fetch away my lady, at least. Fair enough. Looks somber. I'm telling you if I'll ejaculate the cook's cat. Success? Good. Win. Hour the wolf. I'll lose my works then. He must never return. I'll let him instructions. He shall send for her, and I will see she is protected and unpursed. There's only death for him here. The beast tore the poor animal to shreds. What shame to lose a good ratter. The greenwood, desert, or the sea. Anywhere but here. Likely, I shall never see him again. But at least he lives. And it's thanks to you. Remember that you spent the past spell seeking Charmaine's rosary. It is in your pocket. Be seen with her soon. Is it in my pocket? I mean, I don't see it. I don't see any more quests beyond that one either. Thank God. Press is in distress. Elbart has it in his head that you are his main man, and returns to you with an even more hair-raising request. Oh God. Oh no, 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 no! It's not working! My jaded scalp turns its nose at the verbal potation! You're that trusty adventurer Yaranthe. I need to fetch something with all haste. Time is short, and the cove is a cruel mistress. Long have I feared this day would come, but I am ready. The purple tonic is dead. Long live the Snurble tonic! You know where to get Snurble blood, don't you? Snurbles, you say? Wrong! You get Snurble blood from Golden Fleece. Don't think about it. Just go to the Burning Wall and kill 5. Alright. Well, on my way, there's another quest over that I can go ahead and accept, so I might as well do that. I had to kill Golden Fleece. Oh, there's the purpose. I had to kill Golden Fleece for a couple hunt logs. Ah. Oh, this isn't where the quest is. It's further in. With floating stone. D is for dead. A rolling stone such as yourself will surely find some business in common with a fellow called Floating Stone, if you would but speak to the miner. You know about quartz goblins? Didn't expect you to. They're only found in the most dangerous reaches of Thanalan. Type of goblin they are, just kind of crunchier. Oh, yes, they eat crystals, you know, and around these parts, there's a king's feast to be had. Makes the goblins grow pure, clear quartz right in their bodies. They can get some for me. Kill 5 quartz goblins and kill 5 golden fleeces. We can do that. Soon as we find... Oh, there's the golden fleeces. Actually, let's do... Oh, it moved away. There we go. Much better. AoE him down. And Aqua next. I guess I'll go ahead and get the ones here. I was wanting to try and avoid the Mirror Knight, which we still can. Oh yeah, because there's one right here. Perfect. Alright, the golden police are dead. Now let's find the court's goblins. There they are. I don't know why, but I really like the goblin enemies. I think they have a really fun design. Like, they're creepy. Don't get me wrong. Like, if I was next one in real life, I would be terrified. Because look how tall this thing is compared to us. Our character is 6'1", and these things are our height, if not taller. That's terrifying. But as far as just generalized monster design is concerned, goblins look pretty cool. I'll say it. I wonder if they were in Final Fantasy XI or not, because I know a lot of enemy design was taken straight from Final Fantasy XI, because the people who work on Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 was largely the Final Fantasy XI team. So they just reuse things, which, you know, is completely fair. So I wonder if goblins come from that game or not. I'm not sure. I'm also not sure if they were in 1.0 at all, if they were added into 2.0. All I can say is, I like the design. Alright, we killed the enemies, so let's go turn these quests in. Good hunting? Bagged the clear quartz there? Sure did. Them's what I was after. Clear as a god's piss. No offense intended. And a ring like a bell's. The calamity's changed a lot of things around here. That's true enough. But it's still a treasure trove. You can't ask for more as a miner. Alright. And now we go to the man who's trying to regrow his long lost hair. It'd been a while since we saw him last. Is this the end? Oh, I thought we would always have each other, my hair and I. Listen, I got you some blood. Snurple blood. Oh, you, sir, are a lifesaver. Now, for the tonic. Uncork the sea pickles, my dear Fluvia, and a whittle of this, a pizzle of that, and there. That should do it. Now, don't stand on ceremony. Tick tock, tick tock. Put your back into it and work my scalp. All right. See if this works. Oh, yo, that my precious tresses? Papa's coming to save you. Once again, I am in your debt. Now that we know each other better, I can reveal the truth. This hair keeps me alive, like the fire on a Charmander's tail. Why was I tripping over that? I know this shit. God damn it. I was picturing Chimchar and it was throwing me the fuck off. I feel a great innervation of spirit whenever a strand is left on my comb. Surely that is proof enough. And that's it. I guess we succeeded. The sun, it still burns. Will my poor heights never know relief? What other adorable critter's blood was I drenched in before my stomach has ended? Nope, I guess it didn't work. Well, I don't think there's any more quests with this guy ever, so, GG, guy. Grave happenings. Oten Yaratin looks to be scared out of his wits. Spirits, wandering spirits all over the island. Gotta do something. Ha! The name of the 12 be gone! They're not going, are they? Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, an adventurer. Oh, thank the 12. I need some help here. The dead aren't resting so easy about these parts. How we're supposed to repair the lighthouse with all this roguery about is beyond me. Slay dead moans. Okay. And there's 2 more quests over here we can pick up. Somebody just named Lewis. Alright. You look a little odd for some reason. Too many cooks. The haunted wrecks contain all manner of precious cargo, and Arapi Tarapi believes he can find just the spice to take his soup from bland to grand. Well, I'm certainly up a creek without an oar. Easy coin, they said. Well, to ride in, grab the washed up goods, then be on my way. Everyone'll think you a ghost. Bah! Might have worked if the real Walking Dead spirit's about. 'Tis a damn shame, but ain't nothing worth wrapping the raft of them skeletons. All that booty up for grabs, and I ain't got nothing to grab but a ladle. What? A man's gotta eat while he waits for restless spirits to go wandering elsewhere. You look hungry yourself. Fancy some of this here chowder? Made it myself. I had nothing to season it with but salt, though, so it's on the bland side. While I tinned it, why don't you go to the graveyard right quick and bring back some spices? I saw some nice-looking Far Eastern stuff before I had to scarper on account of a phantom. Pickled and brined, there are spirits, and then there are spirits. All the will craves one, while fearing the other. This bottle is empty. Weren't that way a moment ago. There's something suspicious going on. Oh, look! A spied adventurer. How do you do, sir, adventurer, sir? You know that big old lot of sand behind me? Them's the ship graveyard. Currents bring 'em, all those wrecked ships and whatever's in there holds too. Casks of wine, rum, mead, brandywine, heavy for the captain, and I'm kind of a captain. You look real enough. A lot of 'em aren't, you know. So what visit me? Wouldn't mind, except some of 'em are unkind. I need a drink. Here, take this bottle and fill it with shoving from over there. I kind of want to fill this up with water. Like, nope, no line for you. You're cut off. But alright, we gotta slay skeletons, find spices, find wine. A really weird name for a skeleton enemy, Dead Man's Moan. I get it's supposed to be like, you know, piratey, like, you know, dead men tell no tales kind of a deal. But, I don't know. Feels a little weird. I thought Ecrit would do more damage there. Fine, Titan it is. Alright, I'm gonna kill one more. Let's with the spices. We can hit the last one on our way to the wine. That's done. Alright, so we're okay. There's the wine ton. Ooh, we're gonna fight something. Oh, stupid Lammer guy here. Fine. Well, because you give me a chance to activate Ether Charge. What's gonna attack us for this wine? Oh, just a ghost. Okay. Ah, it's alive. Alright. let's go turn these in. I feel like one of these might have more. I'm not entirely sure. We won't find out. You really got rid of all those moaning sods, didn't you? Oh, they're resting better now, I'll warrant. Whinging sons of trolls. It's been one thing or another around these parts. Ships gutting themselves on reefs, reliable hands disappearing. This used to be a nice little spot, you know. The lighthouse is busted, and with things like this happening, thrice a moon or worse. Ain't fair with the rules changing all the time. I was a good looter, I tells you. Now suddenly, a job comes with ghosts? Just drink your wine, sir. Look here, that's a full bottle. I had one of those around here before. I think something happened to it. Thanks. You're the best apparition I ever seen. Supposed to be other cargo too. Chests full of electrum bars and the like for trading with the East and I'll take the wine. Ugh, smells like rotten eggs. I'm not drinking that. What a waste. All that wine and mead and beer too. Mustn't forget the beer. And the brand of wine for the captain. Poor guy. Sober up. You got him? The chowder's coming along nice. I could always cook a fine chowder. Ah, see what I tell you? Knew they were there, I did. I'll just toss them right in and this will be a meal fit for an admiral. Ugh. It smells like feet. How long's that spice been left in the graveyard anyway? Ugh. I ain't got no supper neither. Told them it were a bad idea. Easy money, they said. Sure will be, yeah, for the folk on the island. I'll have to pay 'em for more popotos and cream. Guess that's everything here. This one's for the lovers. A rose is a rose with a helping hand. At least when a kindly botanist spots a man on the verge of botching his trough. Once when I was doing some work in the herb garden, a goldsmith was there, and selling new veins on the whirligig. We got to talking, and, you know what she did? She wet me, the minx. The 12 give him mysterious ways. In these gardens, I've seen their share of lovers. I can spot them quite easily. Why, there's one just now, head over heels, yet tongue-tied. Youth is wasted on the young. Well, I must have been such a clod as that once. Though I refused to believe it in my heart. We'll stand together, we clods in love. May I ask you to slip him a bouquet of my special zinnia roses? Oh. Okay. While we do that, there's also another quest down here at the Great Chapel, or whatever this is called. Sanctum of the 12th, that's its name. I knew that. Windy Wedding. Ul'dah needs help preparing for the social event of the season. The sanctum feels so very sanctified, don't you find? A very good friend of mine, practically sisters we are, is we joined her beloved here, and I've been invited. It is such an honor. You ought to see her trousseau? That's a new word. But I digress. So easy to do that about dresses, don't you find? Especially about Mirror City and Samite and this wonderfully fine lace made by tiny Lullafellan children. Oh, there I go again. I wanted to ask you about wind sprites. Do pardon me. Well, not really wind sprites exactly, so much their cores. I need 4 of them. Why? Oh, I can't tell you. Not until you get them. Secrets are so much fun, don't you find? Ah, fine. I'll do it. But just this once. Where's the guy who needs the flowers? There he is. Oh God, we're two souls that have the one body and... Wait, that's not right. Oh no. I should have learned to talk. I mean, should have. No thanks. I'm taken. Wait, a delivery? From a friend of the happy couple. Well, this is beautiful. It smells so good. Thank you. Really? Thank you. I don't need a speech. I'm just gonna give her these roses and tell the truth and... Oh, I spent the morning at the center pledging my love for her before the 12. Good luck, guy. Let's go get those wind sprite cores. I picked Scholar for this side quest session thinking, oh, these probably won't have any combat. It'll be fine. Fuck. Oh well. It shouldn't be that bad. They're level 43 enemies, we're level 46. As long as I stay away from Melt over there, we'll be fine, right? Also, our Fear keeps us healed. That's really nice. Oh, no. Don't attack the Sylvan side. We only want wind sprites. I don't want to attack anything else. Alright, that's 2. We need 2 more. Fuck off, Sylph. They're not gonna follow me over here. Also, we got a new AoE move with Scholar, which is fun. Art of War. We slam our hand to the ground, we just make this bad stuff happen. Not really good to use against the wind sprite alone, but I like it. We'll get an upgrade to it later on in the game, which is even cooler. Alright, 1 more wind sprite. There it is. Oh god, it's with all the Morbles. We're gonna fucking die. If Morbles start attacking us, I am going to run. Actually, I guess I could do like Whispering Dawn and Fey Illumination. Actually, would Whispering Dawn work on me? Just use it. Oh god. Yeah, it works on me. It says party members. So it's like, usually things would be like you and your party members, but it didn't say that, so I was a little unsure. But it seems like it works. Cool. Good enough feature. Wait. Oh, I went too far. I thought I was at those doors. Well, did it? Everyone needs a little help sometimes. We who work in the gardens know that better than most. The great oaks, the tender seedling, exotics and the commonplace. They all need care. Even you, adventurer. I don't know about that. I'm okay, guy, but thank you. You're the chorus? Oh, wonderful! This will be the social event of the season. Exciting. My friend and I are very close, practically sisters, you know. Yeah, you mentioned that. Thank you ever so much. Shall I tell you my little secret? Well, since you've been so very helpful, I'm going to use these when it's time to throw the rose petals. It'll be quite the flower store to be sure. 4's too many? Are you sure? Oh, well, I suppose I should try it beforehand once. Perhaps my own estate. It is the social event of the season.